So, tomorrow I'm filming some Frostfall Fables content. Me and Dylan are back at it. And first of all, we want this channel to be more active. With like behind the scenes stuff and like just general like Elder Scrolls ramblings maybe. Just a bit more activity. And second of all, I've been going through folders and I've found what appears to be the original concept for this whole Frostfall Fables channel. I know this channel's been quite quiet, but there is stuff in the works. I've just been very busy. So I thought I would entertain people for now with what I think is probably cringe footage from when, I think this was from 2023 because I'd moved away. So this is like a preliminary set, a different costume. I don't even know, I can't remember what it is, but I found clips. Clips have been found. So I just thought I'd react to them and we can watch it together so I don't have to be alone when I see this. So we can like just sort of cringe together. So I'll pop myself over here. And let's just crack on with it really, cause okay. Is that too loud? I might need to turn some of this all down. Hang on, that's so loud. Sorry, one second. Okay, so it appears to be live action footage. I think I took a picture of that mushroom, that was me. Yeah, that is not my footage. I think this was just the concept of like acting out Elder Scrolls scenes in live action, so kind of referencing things that exist in real life. Oh my god, she's so ambience. Some lava. Okay. It's quite a long intro, if that's what we're going for. Oh, I have a brew, I have a drink, hang on. That was a close one, wasn't it? Okay. Oh, pebbles. Ow. I've literally, this is unedited by the way, I've just dropped this into a timeline in Premiere and I'm just going through it. Oh, she looks so uncomfortable. You can literally see the background popping out. This wouldn't have worked at all. This was my attempt at like a bread tuber background, which is what it already is right now. She looks so different. The style of makeup, like the eyebrows are so exaggerated as well. I look photoshopped. I look snatched. Oh, I'm scared. The microphone. What was I thinking? Honestly, what was I thinking?
Ah, apprentice, you finally returned.
Oh.
With the formulary I asked you to pull hours ago.
This is gonna be a hard watch.
I could have well rewritten in by hand at this rate. Sit.
Shut the fuck up. And then I guess she's like looking at the script. I assumed I'd be cutting between this. Nah, she knocked it over.
Ancestors. I could have well rewritten them by hand at this rate.
Could she?
Sit.
Oh my. Okay, so we do multiple takes. How long is this? I look so red. It's so red.
Alchemical skills are advancing quickly, but your attitude as an apprentice is rather lacking.
I already struggle to watch
my
myself
days
back.
As a lowly apprentice were about anticipating your master's. Indeed, my days as a lowly apprentice were about anticipating. Wait, do I start again?
she doesn't know what she's saying. I look so red. A lot of the undertones I use for the makeup is so red. With the red of the eyes, with the costume was also orange red. So very red set. Too much colour. Just too much happening. and we can props and shit.
Yes, well, your alchemical skills are improving.
Improving. She can't speak. I struggle.
Your
I struggle to
alchemical
speak
skills
so
are
much.
advancing quickly, but your attitude as an apprentice is rather lacking. Indeed, my days as a lowly apprentice were about anticipating the needs of my master. In essence, I was his shadow. That rises quickly to such challenging notice. You are quite the daydreamer. You don't have...
I'm talking about myself.
No, wouldn't be. That curse left the lands a long time ago.
She's talking about me. Daydreamer. I think am I now realising, is it dumb to hold the microphone and short like that? Yeah. That background would have pissed me off. Because, like, I would have come back to the edit and seen that giant hole. Because I already have holes in this set now. But at least the wall... Don't look iPad. At least the background for my new set is like maroon. I don't know what the production process would have been, because it was just me or myself. For the last one I had my brother, his mate, my mate, and my partner. We were all on the set together, and tomorrow me and Dylan are shooting together as well, so at least I have somebody with me. By yourself, you can't check these things. You just can't. I don't know how bread tubers do it. I think they have people.
Well, whatever it is, you would do well to keep a sharp mind and your wits about you.
Girl,
Though
shut
the
up.
Valkyria Empire is a shadow of its former glory, you never know what your enemies have planned for you. All Telvanni, even you, will soon learn that a healthy dose of paranoia will keep you in the game longer.
Ew. I'm glad that I...
ever curious about the nature of this world? Do you possess the raw talent or will?
I'm glad that I take this character a lot less seriously, because I feel like she's not it's not that deep, you know. I feel like funnier is better. I'm so awkward. I'm so like...
I can see it in your eyes.
Well, I still am, but like I'm a lot better at not taking myself so seriously.
On the pursuit of our dreams, everything from the pursuit of knowledge to the political ladder, you are responsible for bringing about the change that you wish to see in the house.
This is about House Telvanni, I think.
Your fellow house members will want to take that away from you.
Damn it. It's so hard doing it by yourself. That awful wig. That god-awful wig. I still have it. But it's just better now. She wasn't well before. My iPad! Telvanni with the iPad for today. This is crazy. And that room was tiny as well. We had like... It was a second room, so me and my partner were both renting a room. So they're both technically bedrooms, but we were using this one as an office. So I basically had used this while they were away at work. So there's a bed right behind that red rag. This tiny little corridor. I think I'm leaning up against a wardrobe there. And then our computers are like all here. So I had like no space. It was like this tiny little... So I keep like stepping over myself and like sitting down really carefully. I'm so overstimulated, I can tell. I can tell she's not having a good time. God damn. It was just like the in-out game. And this is only part 1. Oh my. I'm doing some other shit in the background right now. I just found this while I was going through my Frostfall folder. Which is interesting because I thought this footage was corrupted. Like, I remember filming this thinking, oh, that went alright. And then I tried to access this footage and then it all said it was, like, broken. So, it's nice to see that this footage is actually usable. Even if I do end up deleting it, I probably won't. This is actually
Yes,
a time capsule.
Your alchemical skills are advancing quickly.
Oh, she's doing this bit again.
Your attitude as an apprentice is
Rather lacking.
My days as a lowly
How many
apprentice were about anticipating the needs of my master.
How many
In
takes?
essence, I was his shadow. You don't rise as quickly to such challenges, I've noticed.
I guess I was going for a more snooty,
Soul sickness, do you? No, wouldn't be.
more of a snooty vibe.
Long ago. Well, whatever it is, you would do well to keep a sharp mind and your wits about you. Though the Danmiri Empire is a shadow of its former glory, you never know what your enemies have planned for you. All Telvanni, even you, will soon learn that a healthy dose of
Paranoia.
Do you ever find yourself ever curious about the nature?
Oh, she's doing the whole thing.
Do you possess the raw talent or willpower to follow your
Talent.
burning passions to their end? Does that goal push you ever forwards? I think not. I can see it in your eyes.
I think the makeup was pretty good though. I'll rate that.
Is our unshakable grip on the pursuit of our dreams. Everything from the pursuit of knowledge.
I still have to work on my acting a bit because
You are responsible.
I did find that my performance in the actual first Frostfall Fable was quite wooden.
Your fellow house members
But-
will take that away from you. Don't let them. For the words of our house.
I wanted to get less serious, you know what I mean?
Expression of will brings true
Like, they maybe have serious moments, but I would like it to be, like, more natural. She did it! Next. I did it! Next. I do like the makeup, though. I might try and bring that forward into the next one. But yeah, I don't know what I was thinking with the set, because it's just like, there's no shelves. There's like 3 scrolls, my dagger, a couple bits of fabric. You work with what you've got. Tell you what, I'm currently trying to
So,
release. Oh,
do you
sorry.
wish to make your mark on this world, apprentice?
That's a different video.
Well, back in my prime, it was a dangerous world to be in. Particularly dangerous for Telvanni, especially from other Telvanni. Even more so if you haven't cleaned your ears out and aren't paying attention. Thank you.
She's scary. I don't like her. Oh, I found it.
Anyway,
I'm gonna upload the Frostfall 1 animatic to this channel as well.
stand. Your allies, your staff, even your own apprentice, anyone stands to gain from seeing you fall. Always remember that.
She's not wrong. The
We
Telvanni
have
do
a
be like that.
specific way of dealing with disputes between house members.
This
You
is so
in due
serious.
time will feel the wrath of a wizard scorned if you don't bring her scrolls promptly.
Promptly.
We choose an isolationist life for many reasons.
It's so serious.
Differently.
I'm so glad I didn't go this way with it.
And prefers to be left alone to our research. As you've seen, we all have things. We all have our own goals for such things.
The way she pauses to fix the eyebrows. That's really funny.
So, do you want to make your mark on this world, apprentice? Back in my prime, it was a dangerous world to be in. Particularly dangerous for Telvanni, especially from other Telvanni.
doing
more
that
so
again.
if you haven't cleaned out your ears and aren't paying attention.
I think it's good that
Thank you.
I was doing multiple takes, but I'm not really sure what the goal was with the takes,
Your
because the takes are
allies,
the exact same. Do you know what I mean?
Staff, even your own apprentice. Anyone stands to gain
Projecting.
from seeing you fall. Always remember that. For we have a specific way of dealing with disputes between house members. You in due time will feel the wrath of a wizard.
Does this microphone have that
Don't
amount
bring
of
her scrolls promptly.
fuzz on it? Because I can hear that,
We choose
but I don't know if that's
isolation
happening right
life
now.
For many reasons. Each wizard
I'll have to check.
does things.
Because that's the same mic, and I did get pissed off with that microphone and stopped using it for a bit,
First, we
but
have
clearly
to
whatever it
do
is
our research, as you've
fixed
seen.
itself.
We all have our own goals for such things.
She looks so slay. She does, she looks pretty good. But like, everything else is kind of scary. This set is crazy. Look at you. She's trying to like arrange the scrolls. Like that's gonna change anything. But that was a good look. It was.
Simple way of dealing with disputes between wizards. In essence,
We're not even like a third of the way through this, guys, by the way.
if two members are at odds, they may duel, and clearly, whichever wizard wins the fight had a stronger argument. The other wizard, of course, now lies dead, so you may never know of their counter argument. So make sure you're always carrying sufficient potions and scrolls on hand.
This is so serious. Like, I know
Same rules.
Frostfall isn't like a massively popular series or anything, but I'm very glad that stylistically we kind of
Clearly, you deserve whatever it is that was stolen,
injected more humor into it.
given that you were able to protect it properly.
Because if this is what it was gonna
So,
be,
you can imagine
it definitely
what
wouldn't
takes place when one
have
wizard
caught
wishes
anyone's
to
attention at all.
Rise to a position.
Because
that
people
might
tell me that
already
it's
be
good and they like it.
filled.
But I feel like if it was more like this, it would have been a flop.
For example, Archmagister
Like, even amongst
Gothram
flops.
was displaced by the Nerevarine after his refusal to recognise them as Hortator. Master Arian allied with the Nerevar to achieve this, and
I can't pronounce anyone's names
stated
correctly, by the way, and that's gonna continue to happen.
that he would benefit from seeing Gothrin taken out.
In the
If you ask
original
me, Gothrin had it coming.
pilot, like not this,
He
but the
never
actual
had the
first
spine to
episode,
say
I had
no.
to keep re-recording
Really
stuff because I
came
kept
to
fucking people's names up.
Anyone's request indefinitely.
It's funny.
But old Gothrin wouldn't have taken it personally. The latter is never personal. Gothrin
The
himself,
latter is
I'm
never
sure, had
personal.
done all he knew
A less famous
to
quote
get
by
to the
Littlefinger.
very place. Additionally, if you don't fancy dirt in your own hands, you need to frame someone else for a murder to sow the seeds of hostility between house members.
Because this could be an
Or a
interesting
Kong assassin do the deed
subject
instead.
for a video. Like, I could remake this in the new way,
Assassins
talking about like House Talvani and like how Talvani wizards go about their business
You wouldn't believe the amount of
with the
war
new
and
philosophy of how I make videos. Because
you must outwit
this
your
was around the
enemies.
time I was approaching
Live for 900.
my friend with the idea of this channel.
It was commonplace for Talvani to rise through the ranks by eliminating.
I couldn't remember if
I've dispatched my very own master once.
I
advanced
filmed this
in
before or after I came
I
to
very
them
much
with the idea.
anticipate the same thing from you. Not that you'd ever get that far at this rate.
Yeah, I don't know, because this is clearly early days, so I can't tell if I had talked to my friend about this, and we were talking about... Oh, here's the next part. If we were talking about this, and then I filmed this as like a proof of concept, I don't think I ever showed them this, because I don't... Again, I thought the footage had broken and corrupted, but clearly it survived somehow.
Well. Well. This was... slightly before my time,
Yeah.
I admit. But that is no matter. The amount of literature that this documents is... This was slightly before my time, I'll admit. But that is no matter. The amount of literature that documents this time is adequate. Of course, like any of the great houses, House Telvanni was founded in the ancient times, even predating the War of the First Council. Prior to that, 30 of the most respected and influential Khyma clans came together
Khyma clans, say that 3 times fast.
The fabled library of Andul. You haven't heard of it? The library of Andul was a grand
You haven't heard of it?
repository dedicated
Bomboclat!
to genealogy and information that revealed ancient ancestral connections, those of which related to the earliest Velothi settlers and a myriad of other knowledge.
I mean, this is kind of
Regarding
interesting.
the early history
I just have
of the
to
great
rephrase
houses,
it, you know?
6 of those 30 respected Khyma families hailed from House Telvanni. The Clervu, Relith, Andras, Hlaren, and Telvain. Oh, let's start that one again.
Yeah! That's really funny.
The Library of Andul was a grand repository.
Oh, start that
dedicated
one again.
to the study of genealogy.
It's that
and
one.
information
Try another.
that revealed ancient ancestral connections, those of which related to the earliest ancestral. Oh, that was wrong as well. The Library of Andul.
It's because you don't know your lines.
repository
You don't remember your lines, you
dedicated to
just
the
wing it
study
each
of
time.
Genealogy and information that revealed
I will not be
ancient
changing, by the way.
ancestral
I will
connections,
continue to do that
those of which related
until I die.
to the earliest Velothi settlers and a
No,
myriad
always
of
regret
other
it.
knowledge
I will always regret it.
regarding. I'm just not feeling this one.
She's not feeling it.
The Library of Andul was a grand repository.
You can tell I'm getting
dedicated
frustrated
to the
now.
Study of genealogy.
She's
and
getting pissed off.
information
She's
that
like, I have to
revealed
get through it! Ah!
ancestral connections, those of which related to the earliest Velothi ancestors and a myriad of other knowledge regarding the early history of the great houses. 6 of those 30 respective.
This is an
Khyma
hour
families
and
hailed
15
from
minutes
House
long.
Telvanni. The Clervu, Relith, Andras, Laren, Telvain, and Sadrion clans. The locations of these tombs were assumed to be lost after the events of the War of the First Council, and unfortunately, the Library of Andul was also vanished from the location of these tombs were assumed to be lost after the events of the War of the First Council. And unfortunately, the Library of Andul also vanished from the known records. However, in 2E582, around the time I was apprenticing, if you can believe it,
Old
6
as fuck.
tombs were actually rediscovered alongside the other 24 families and even the library itself. In ancient times, the Telvanni built Heimling Keep, the site of a relic vault, which the house was charged with protecting. In ancient times, the Telvanni built Heimling Keep, the site of the relic vault.
She's kind of
In
confused.
ancient times, the Telvanni built Heimling Keep, the site of a relic vault which the house was charged with protecting. The relic vault was used to seal away objects of mystical potency that were considered far too dangerous to circulate normally around the world.
I need to double check all this.
House
If I was to
Telvanni
run it back.
was already an
Hang on.
active Khyma house by the time the War of the First Council
I have
broke
the
out
book.
in earnest, and fought alongside House of Dorl, Dres, Redoran, and Hlalu against
have
the
the good
secular
book.
House Dagoth and the
We
Dwemer.
can check all this.
House Telvanni, along with the rest, took many blows and defeats, losing our respective territories for a time, and we were considered disorganized in our attempts to regain control. After Nerevar was made
I have to
Hortator,
smell.
he gathered
Ah!
House Telvanni and the other great houses
Pardon
and
me.
led us to victory at Red Mountain.
Nice.
The newly formed tribunal temple moved forward to re-establish the First
83.
Council, in turn dubbing it the Grand Council of Morrowind. House Telvanni was admitted as one of the ruling great houses. Our house would at some point adopt brown as its official identifying
Brown.
colour. For me personally,
Chocolate.
it symbolises our organic style of aesthetic and architecture, pairing well with the
It's so
personal
true.
shapes in our house sigil. But that's just me personally.
And that you stink of
At
shit!
some point or another, an unnamed Telvanni wizard created a series of portals to various realms.
Hmm.
Later, this wizard went missing and was presumed dead.
First
However,
era.
Devaith Fear would go on to
Devaith
rediscover and
Fear?
exploit these portals. He would go on to become the most powerful member of the
Devaith
house.
Fear.
Unmatched.
That's what the next video is
Mark
about,
my
guys.
words. It is even said that he was only
Spoiler!
trapped by the tribunal themselves. At some point or another, an unnamed Telvanni wizard created a series of portals to various realms. Later, this wizard went on to rediscover. Ooh, I
Oh?
can actually see my eyeball.
Oh yeah. No, you can't see through those at all. I have a different set of contact lenses that I use now because those are very red. Those are very red contacts, and you can see them slipping around in my head.
Missing and was presumed dead. However, Devaith Fear would go on to rediscover and exploit these portals.
What time is it?
He would become the most powerful member.
I'm gonna have to pause this because I've got D&D in like 15 minutes.
Unmatched. Mark my words.
10 minutes.
It is even said that he's only trumped by the tribunal themselves.
I'll finish this little clip and then we'll move on.
I'm getting
Look, I'll be right back.
House Telvanni solidified its name in history.
She's had enough. Oh, I can barely stand up. Ah! And that's that. On that. Okay, never mind. Steam, Discord and Steam are down right now, so I cannot attend my D&D session. So we'll just continue. What was my belt saying? What's this outfit? Oh my god, she's so moody. What's she doing?
Ah, the second era. is
Completely
when
off
the
frame.
creation of the Vardvark occurred. Yes.
There we go.
An experiment gone awry.
Why would she?
The little rascals
Just halfway
spread
through
throughout
the take.
Vardenfell, until they were wiped out by the Ash Blight centuries later, of course. I was born a few decades
Picks up
before
knife.
the Three Banners War. These were the formidable years that I worked my apprenticeship and, well, earned my place in the house, so to speak. I remember the forthcoming events well. Now, during the year 2E527... Oh, now, during the year... I can't even speak. Now, during the year 2E572, Morrowind was invaded by the Kamal of Akavir in what then became known as the Second Akaviri Invasion. This invasion force completely bypassed the Telvanni Peninsula and Vardenfell, both of which had considerable holdings of House Telvanni, leaving the house unaffected by the conflict. After the invasion, the Redoran, Endoril, Dres, and Hlalu signed an allegiance with the Nords and Eastern Skyrim and the Argonians of Black Marsh in what is
My pupils
one
are
of the
ever so
most
off-center.
cursed alliances of all time.
Cursed alliances
Me.
of all time.
But
Scratchy eyeball.
for a time,
She's got an itchy eyeball.
this allegiance was known as the Ebonheart Pact, and, much to the distress of the other houses, House Telvanni refused to join the pact. Around that time,
Neutral
they
queen.
were also punishing... Oh, I can't look and see.
Oh, girl, bless you. Oh, that looks so shit. I can remember the scratchy feeling on my eyes, my retinas. How are you reading a script if you can't even see? She's reached the wit's end. The wit's end has been reached. We're approaching maybe just under halfway.
After the invasion of the Redoran, Endoril, Dres, and Hlalu... Oh, Now, during the year 2E572, Morrowind was invaded by the Kamal of Akavir in what then became known as the Second Akinveri Invasion. I said Akinveri wrong.
She said Akinveri.
Now, during the year 2E572, Morrowind was invaded by the Kamal of Akavir.
Come on, you got it.
Became known as the Second Akinveri Invasion.
Mm-hmm.
This invasion force completely bypassed the Telvanni Peninsula and Vardenfell, both of which had considerable holdings of House Telvanni,
Oh.
leaving the house unaffected by the conflict. After the invasion, the Redoran, Indoril, Dres, and Hlalu signed an alliance with the Nords of Eastern Skyrim and the Argonians of Black Marsh in what is one of the most cursed alliances of all time, if you ask me. But for a time it worked. This allegiance was known as the Ebonheart Pact, and much to the distress of the other houses, House Telvanni refused to join the pact. Around that time, they were also pushing the Hamuza tribe of the Ashland.
So close! Come on! She's stunned silence.
How do you say that? Ahamuza. Ahamuza.
Ahamuza.
Ahamuza.
Ahamuza. Ah! So close.
Around the same time, they were also pushing the Ahamuza tribe of Ashlanders out of their former grounds on the Isle of Vardenfell.
I've only ever read that word, I've never said it out loud.
10 years later, in 2E582, the Telvanni, now a bastion of slavery in Tamriel, looked into provinces outside of the Ebonheart Pact for slave labour. We employed slavers who sailed as far as High Rock and Hammerfell to buy goods. Members of the house occasionally requested that their slavers seek individuals of a certain race, gender, age, and even personality, and build even a personal background for a variety of reasons. A house member could be looking for healthy young men to perform physical labour, older men to serve as chaperones, or someone with specific knowledge to perform a specialised task such as pig keeping.
Pig keeping. Should it be like, Kwama?
On Vardenfell,
Pig.
the Kamatong
That's a
was
specialised
employed
kind
to
of
recapture
farming.
escaped slaves. The Tong was even more feared among the slaves than the Telvanni themselves. At this time, House Telvanni was ruled by Archmagister Nelos Otheri.
The discussion's like...
Slavers employed by House Telvanni often used tactics such as extinguishing lighthouse beacons to bait incoming ships into wrecking, allowing the slavers to capture the disoriented survivors on such raids that were conducted on Coglin village in the Iliac Bay in 2E582.
Pugian. Is that a word? Did I say that correctly? She is so fed up.
During the Three Banners War, Heimling Keep was attacked by a congregant of soldiers from the Daggerfall Covenant, who mistakenly believed Heimling Keep was a military training ground for mages. And despite their refusal to join the pact, House Telvanni...
I think when I'm a bit tired, I slur my words.
During the Three
House
Banners War, Heimling
Telvanni.
Keep was attacked by a contingent... Oh,
Contingent. That is the
contingent,
word.
that is.
Mm-hmm.
During the Three Banners War, Heimling Keep was attacked by a contingent of soldiers from the Daggerfall Covenant, who mistakenly believed Heimling Keep was a military training ground for mages. And despite our refusal to join the pact, House Telvanni still upheld our responsibilities in Central Morrowind, which...
I'm trying to think what
tending to the
my
Relic
game
Vault.
plan would have been editing-wise if I would have
In
just
my
laid
early
images
years,
over
I
the
aided
top.
House Telvanni after the raid, eliminating the source of the plague.
The
The
source
vault
of the
was
plague.
resealed and the people of Heimling
Doing
Keep
too
were
much.
saved from catastrophe. An agent of House Telvanni was sent to steal Covenant warship designs from the shipyard at Tava's Blessing in the Alakir Desert. The agent was attacked by necromancers that had invaded the port. Although she managed to get the designs, it is unknown if the agent is able to bring... Whoa.
so out of it. Oh, her eyeball is itching. We're not even halfway done yet. That's the thing. She's got to get through whatever else I had planned. I am a cruel mistress. A cruel and unwavering soldier. The video making war. Oh! Oh! I was like...
An agent of House
Locked in.
Talvani was sent to steal Covenant warship designs from the shipyard at Tava's Blessing in the Alakia Desert. The agent was attacked by necromancers that had invaded the port. Although she managed to get the designs, it is unknown if the agent was able to bring the documents back to Morrowind.
Chicken wings!
Currently,
I'll be right with you.
Magister Thorana hoped that to study the fingerbone of
Hang on.
Saint Films.
Oh, yes.
Huh? Concurrently,
Huh?
Magister Thorana,
I'm back. I just devoured an entire rack of ribs.
the fingerbone of Saint Films, a traveller extracted the
So
relic from. Oh god, that's a long.
Dwemer word detected. Zane Tarars.
Concurrently, Magister Thorana hoped to study the.
Slack? Was that a Slack message? Oh my god, that's
Currently,
traumatic.
Magister Thorana hoped to
Oh my god.
study
I remember when I was on Slack for
Saint
work.
Films, a traveller
That
extracted
noise
the relic from Zaintararis, a
would put the
dangerous
fear of God
ruin
into me.
in territory. On behalf of the
Especially
Armenian
if, you know,
slave
you're working from home
Sun
and
Shadow,
you haven't got anything
The
to do
Magister
all day
agreed
and
to
you
endorse
decide to
Sun
dress up as an
Shadow,
elf.
bid for the freedom
It's
of
so
Saint
loud.
Relic.
I have to close that. What does he want? What if you're work? What if you need to do something, girl? You doing this on a day at work? Scary times. Scary times.
Concurrently, Magister Thorana hoped to study the fingerbone of Saint Felms. A traveller extracted the relic from Zaintararis, a Daedric ruin in the Redoran territory, on behalf of an Argonian slave named Sun and Shadow. The Magister agreed
I
to
love Sun
endorse
and
Sun and
Shadow.
Shadow's bid
She's
for
like one of my
freedom in
favourite characters
exchange
from
for the
ESO.
relic.
So good. To this day, it's like one of those plot lines I always replay if I'm leveling in Morrowind. What are you doing? Oh, I shouldn't be yelling. I shouldn't be yelling. What are you doing? She's just fidgeting with this shit. What's she doing? I've got loads of latex on my arm, by the way. I've been making a meat dress. Separate project, and I accidentally got loads of latex on my arm, and now it's stuck. And every time I catch it on a piece of fabric, it's like really, like it hurts. I have to rip it off. Ah! Are you finished? Are you ready? You ready to? I've been talking to them while you get ready.
That same year, Mistress Dratha was poisoned by a Telvanni wizard named Savarak, who bargained with House Hlalu to dispose the Magister. House Hlalu coveted Dratha's territory and infected Dratha's mushroom tower with infectious spores in an attempt to kill her. But their plot was stopped by Dratha's mouth with my assistance. After her brush with death,
I was
Mistress
doing a
Dratha
thing where
sought
I
to
was sort
prolong
of
her
stepping
life.
in for the vestige at certain points. Not for everything, but I've decided to do way less of that. I like to imply that Livia's been around, but I don't necessarily want her in place of the vestige. I decided that wasn't the way. Ow.
Just because it distracts from the
That
point.
same year,
It
Mistress
sounds a
Dratha
bit
was
like
poisoned by a Telvanni wizard named
self-centered.
Savarak, who bargained with House Hlalu to dispose the Magister. House Hlalu coveted Dratha's territory, and Savarak desired Dratha's position as Magister. Cleverly, they infected Dratha's mushroom tower with infectious spores in an attempt to kill her. But their plot was stopped by Dratha's mouth with my assistance. After her brush with death, So I think it's nice to
Mistress
imply that
Dratha
you're
sought
present
to
for stuff,
prolong
but
her life.
like to randomly inject
I remember
yourself
she
into like
had
the
me
best of your
retrieve the
shoes.
7 stones of cold
I think it's
fire
fine
so
for, like,
she could
roleplay, but
bargain
not
with the
necessarily a
Daedric
lore
witch
video.
immortality. It was illuminating.
Oh my God, like the Muse
to say the
poster is
least.
even more visible now.
Near the close of the Second Era, the land-hungry Third Empire turns its attention to the unconquered nation of
You can see
Morrowind.
my lips don't have any
War
makeup.
seemed inevitable. House
It's
Telvanni
hard to,
remained neutral, rejecting the Redoran approach of
It's hard to do
holding
that,
the invaders at the borders,
to dress
the
that
Andorral
racial
and Dres approach of
skin
fighting a guerrilla
difference.
war with Morrowind itself,
Because I don't know
and
if their
Hlalu approach of
mouth would
accommodation.
still be pink or more
When
grey.
Vivek revealed his intent to willingly join the Empire with the Treaty of Armistice. Ooh.
The Treaty of Armistice.
Near the close of the Second Era, the land-hungry Third Empire turned its attention to the unconquered nation of Morrowind. When war seemed inevitable, House Telvanni remained neutral, rejecting the Redoran approach of holding the invaders at the borders, the Andorral and Dres approach of fighting a guerrilla war within Morrowind itself, and the Hlalu approach of accommodation. When Vivek revealed his intent to willingly join the Empire with the Treaty of the Armistice, House Telvanni was the third great house to accept the terms, following House Hlalu and Redoran.
She's pulling at her eyeball again for the 10 millionth time. She's leaving. She's leaving. Back up to the screen again. Elder Millennial.
This, of course, one of the most formidable years in our great history. A story in which...
Why was that
surely
giving
well
Jack Sparrow? The formidable years in our history.
This, of course, one of the most tragic years in our great history. A story in which I'm sure you're very familiar. During this time, the lifestyle and virtue of House Telvanni did not change. As I... During this time, the lifestyle and virtue
What's
of
she
House
laughing at?
Telvanni did not change. As I mentioned earlier, the wizard lords of House Telvanni are traditionally isolating themselves.
Isolationists.
Mm.
Yeah, that's what you meant to say.
During this time, the lifestyle and virtue of House Telvanni did not change. As I mentioned earlier, the wizard lords of House Telvanni traditionally isolate themselves,
Oh.
pursuing wisdom and mastery in solitude.
Oh, she's having enough.
But certain ambitious wizard lords, their retainers, and clients have entered wholeheartedly into the competition to control and exploit Vardenfell's land and resources, building towers and bases all along the eastern coast. According to Telvanni principles, the powerful define the standard. According to Telvanni principles, the powerful define the standards of virtue. The great house of Morrowind. Oh.
House of Telvanni. What did you mean to say?
According to Telvanni principles, the powerful define the standards of virtue.
Yeah.
During the Third Era, the city of
Sadrith Mora.
During the Third Era,
It's because I'm not very good at reading.
the city of Sadrith
Plain and
Mora
simple.
was the district seat of the Telvanni on Vardenfell. even though the Archmagister Gothran did not live there, but resided in a nearby Tel Arun. Sadrith Mora was home to the council hall, in which each Telvanni lord was represented by a lieutenant with the title of Mouth. In general, the actual lords themselves lived in their own towers and did not attend the council. Even Master Neloth of Tel Naga, who resided nearby in Sadrith Mora, did not attend the council. Some great Telvanni opted out of the rat race for power within the council entirely due to their isolationism. But among those who actually cared who the leader was, the ever-procrastinating Archmagister Gothran of Tel Arun, few ever voiced their opinions. Try to say that 2 times fast. Okay.
You can't even say it once.
Some great Telvanni opted out of the rat race for power within the council entirely due to their isolationism. But among those who actually cared about who the leader was, the ever-procrastinating Archmagister Gothran of Tel Arun, few ever voiced their opinions.
It reminds me, I need to put my script to my teleprompter for tomorrow so I don't have to keep scrolling. It was one of the things I learned in the early production of the first episode that made life so easy.
In 3E 426, House Telvanni
saved my life.
In 3E 426, the House Telvanni Council formally ignored the repeated protests by Vadim Dran, Duke of Vardenfell and Grandmaster of House Hlalu, and other great houses. And other great house representatives.
I can't read.
Ambitions and enterprise of its individual members.
That's why I would never be a Telvanni, like actually in the Elder Scrolls universe. I'm crap at reading. And then again, I just get other people to read for me. Like I don't need to.
In 3E 426,
about using your imagination.
The House Telvanni Council formally ignored the repeated protests by Vadim Dran, Duke of Vardenfell and Grandmaster of House Hlalu. The other great house representatives on the subject of the ambitions and enterprise of its individual members and Telvanni exploration.
She's had enough. Tuck her into bed.
I can make it. I just gotta try.
Yes, girl, I believe.
In 3E, in the beginning. In 3E, the House Telvanni Council formally ignored the repeated protests by Vadim Dran, Duke of Vardenfell and Grandmaster of House Hlalu, and the other great house representatives on the subject of the ambitions and enterprises of its individual members and Telvanni exploration and colonization of the wastes and wilderness of Vardenfell. The Telvanni Council refused to place restraint on both matters, citing ancient law and custom at the same time. The Council renewed its objection to The Council renewed its objection to proposals placed before Duke Dren and the Grand Council concerning slavery and slave trading in Vardenfell district. Their arguments cited that the right to own and trade slaves being guaranteed by the terms of the Treaty of the Armistice, and would not entertain any discussion of abridgments of those rights.
You don't understand, I have to do slavery.
Areas of Vardenfell controlled by House Telvanni. Okay, hang on. As for the areas of Vardenfell controlled by House Telvanni in 3E...
You slurred your words. Together!
By 3E 427, all of the Telvanni councillors on Vardenfell lived in great towers which required levitation to ascend, with one leader in each of their main towns. Sadrith Mora, Tel Arun, Tel Vos, Tel Mora, and Tel Barona. Sadrith Mora, Tel Arun, Tel Vos.
This will be me tomorrow after like 3 hours.
It's Brenora. Sadrith Mora, Tel Arun, Tel Vos, Tel Mora, and Tel Brenora. None of the Telvanni towns were on the Siltstrider routes. None of the Telvanni towns were on the Siltstrider routes, The only transport available to them was by boat, except for Sadrithmore itself, being the only Telvanni town in which a significant imperial presence. Jeez.
Dog, who wrote this? Man. She's not very good at reading for long periods of time. Stunned silence.
The only transport available to them was by boat, except for the Sadrithmore itself, being the only Telvanni town with significant imperial presence. It could be. Oh,
I look like a chicken yawning just then.
It could be reached by guilds.
I've lost it fully. Oh, you poor thing.
It could be reached by a guild guide from another mage's guild to the nearby imperial-controlled Wolverine Hall. On the mainland,
I'm not even restarting at this point, so even if I had kept this as a recording, I would have had to just chop around.
Northeast of the mainland, which extend out into the Padomaic Ocean.
The Padomaic Ocean.
Little is known of the fates of the Telvanni lords of the mainland Morrowind. However, one of those on Vardenfell, little is known of the fates of the other Telvanni lords on mainland Morrowind. However, those on Vardenfell, it is known that Archmagister Gothron of Tel Arun refused to recognise Nerevarine as Hortator for House Telvanni, choosing instead to fight to the death, which he lost.
Of course. Overstimulated queen, I feel you. What is she doing? Just staring at the floor. Overstimulated boy, I love you. What am I doing? Shh, you can't yell. What are you doing? Are you on your phone? Are you on your phone? What was that? What was that?
Master Arian of Telvos, by contrast, was the Nerevarines' greatest supporter in House Telvanni, and the others, Neloth of Sadrithmore. I'm just gonna start that one again. Master Arian of Telvos, by contrast, was the Nerevarines' greatest supporter in House Telvanni.
He was best.
And the others, Neloth of Sadrithmora, Thorana of Tel Barona.
She was mental.
Oh. Master Arion of Telvos, by contrast, was the Nerevarines' greatest supporter in House Telvanni. And the others, Neloth in Sadrithmora, Thorana of Tel Branora, and Dratha of Tel Mora, all were persuaded to back the Hortator. Before or after the fall of Dagoth, Archmage Trebonius Artorius, Before or after the fall of
Imperials.
Archmage Treborius
Who named them this?
of the Mage's Guild
They
demanded
have normal
that
names.
the remaining Telvanni councillors be assassinated.
Skibidius
As
Rizius.
the price for his retirement and replacement by the Nerevarine as head of the Mage's Guild, however, the Nerevarine appears not to have complied with the request. For at least one. Before or after the fall of Dagoth, Archmage Trebonius Artorius of the Mage's Guild demanded that the remaining Telvanni councillors be assassinated. As the price for his retirement and replacement by the Nerevarine as head of the Mage's Guild. However, the Nerevar appears not to have complied with the request. For at least one. Neloth is known to have survived, although shortly afterwards has left Morrowind and moved to Solstheim. The Morag Tong had an outstanding writ on Thorana's life, which the Nerevarine may have been the only one brave enough to attempt to carry out. It being generally accepted that she would be little loss to the house with her advanced age and
senile behaviour.
Which the Nerevarine may have been the only one brave enough to attempt to carry out. It being generally accepted that she would be little loss to the house with her advanced age and senility?
She can't read. Why are you putting that in the script if you can't say it?
That she would be little loss to the house, what with her advanced age and senility.
Senile. There you go. You got it in the end.
Tel Uvarith, constructed in the late Third Era, is an attempt to expand into the Morag Amur region of Vardenfell throughout 3E 427. House Telvanni clashed with houses Redoran and Hlalu in the wilderness of Vardenfell, as all three great houses attempted to secure land and resources of the frontier islands. Conflicts arose over the occupation of Old Velothi towers, such as Shishi and the foundation and the founding settlements such as Rethen Manor by Klaus Hlalu.
Oh yeah. Rethen Manor.
And the founding of settlements such as Renthen Manor by House Hlalu.
Long pause. Readjusts.
Tel Uvarith,
Self.
constructed in the late Third Era, is an attempt to expand into the Moragamur region of Vardenfell throughout 3E 427. House Telvanni clashed with the houses Redoran and Hlalu in the wilderness of Vardenfell, as all three great houses attempted to secure land and resources on the frontier island. Conflicts arose over the occupation of Old Velothi towers, such as Shishi, and the founding of settlements such as
Shishi.
Conflicts arose over the occupation
can't
of
get it.
Old Velothi towers,
Oh, you'll get it eventually.
such as Shishi, and the founding of settlements such as Renthen Manor and House Hlalu. Oh, no, that's... Conflicts
just a
arose
very, very
over the
hard
occupation
watch.
of Old
Very
Velothi
hard
towers,
watch.
such as Shishi, and the founding of settlements such as Renthen Manor by House Hlalu, or Indiris' Manor by House Redoran. With the Telvanni attempting to kill the owners of both settlements with disputed success. At the same time, House Telvanni attempted to expand into the Morag.
Morlag. She's pissed off.
At the same time, House
I'm having
Telvanni
to pull
attempted
my
to
f-
expand into
I'm
the
doing
Morag
that
Amur region
because I'm
by
pulling my
constructing a
eyelids down
stronghold
so I
called
can see.
Tel Uvarith.
I can already tell.
Something that both House Redoran and Hlalu took exception to. Both houses sent agents to kill the owner of the tower, with unknown results. The clashes in Shishi ended inconclusively, with the Redoran reporting that the extermination of all Telvanni within, and the Telvanni claiming victory against the Redoran siege. The Telvanni hoped that the other house would not attack the location again, reasoning that the Vardenfell had enough. Telvanni hoped that the other house would not attack the location again, reasoning that Vardenfell had had enough. The Telvanni hoped that the other house would not attack the location again, reasoning that Vardenfell had enough land for all three great houses active on the island. Further souring relations with House Redoran. Not to say
Oh, she's tired.
The Telvanni hoped that the other house would not attack the location again,
What
reasoning
time
that
was I doing
Vardenfell had
this?
had enough land for all three great houses active on the island. Further souring relations with House Redoran, Nartiz Arabar, daughter of Redoran councillor Minor Arabar, was kidnapped and used as a political hostage by the Telvanni wizard, Neloth.
I think my eyes are slightly like uneven.
Delina?
In general.
Delina Mandas, daughter of Redoran noble Arathan Mandas, was held captive in Tel Fir,
Ever so slightly.
causing Arathan Mandas to go and begin demanding tribute from passing travellers as they... Delina Mandas,
At least you're pretty,
daughter
girl.
of Redoran noble Athena
At least you're
Mandas,
pretty.
was held captive in Tel Fir. Delina Mandas, daughter of Redoran noble Arathan Mandas, was held captive in Tel Fir, causing Arathan Mandas to go mad and begin demanding tribute from passing travellers as much as any common bandit.
mad.
Despite the conflicts with Hlalu and Redoran, House Telvanni still managed to make agreements with Hlalu and convince the councillors of House Redoran to end the monopoly of the Mages Guild, as one interpretation of the armistice only allowed the guild to offer spells and train non-members. With the support of 3 Redoran councillors, the Telvanni acquired enough support in the Grand Council to remove the monopoly.
Monopoly.
With the support of
You talk like
With
you're
the support
drunk.
of 3 Redoran councillors, the Telvanni acquired enough support in the Grand Council to remove the monopoly.
Last push. Come on. Come on. You've got it. Come on. Last push.
House Telvanni was also able to defend its own lands several times, as they managed to heal the blighted Kwama Queen of the Mudunmul egg mine located near Telvos, and defended one of their members against
Tell you
a
what, though.
Harlow attack in the Velothi Tower.
Why is
of
this universe got so many
Urin-
stupid ass
Urin-
names? Let me tell you.
Mudunmul.
It's not a help tag case, has it?
Odorinirin.
She can't read, but also
House
why are
Telvanni
you
was
calling
also
your
able
name?
to
Why
defend
are you
its own
calling
lands
places like
several times,
Venables?
as they managed to heal the blighted Kwama
Etc.
Queen of the Mudunmul egg mine located near
Why are
Telvos, and
locations called
defended one of their members against a Hlalu attack in the Velothi Tower of Uridira. Odorinirin. House Telvanni was also able to defend its own lands several times,
Is that
as they managed to heal the blighted Kwama Queen of the Mundunmul egg mine located near Telvos, and defended one of their house members against a Hlalu attack in the Velothi Tower of Odoriniran. Rebellious conflicts also happened,
She made
with
it.
slave rebellion near the
That
Telvanni
sentence.
Tower of Telbranora.
Brenora. Is that not?
Rebellious conflicts
Don't
also
ask me.
happened,
Wouldn't know.
with the slave rebellion near the Telvanni
I'm just
Tower of
not very good with
Telbranora
words.
being stopped. Okay. Rebellious conflicts also happened, with one slave rebellion near the Telvanni Tower of Telbranora
Brenora.
being stopped. Although the slaves might have
You know
escaped,
that.
Arian himself was scheming at the time to fill the vacancy created by Gothrin's death, and was backed by.
It's the eyes. I think the eyes are just making everything worse. You're being too mean to yourself. You got to remember that this girl is suffering. Suffering a punishment, a fate worse than death. Be nice to her. Am I doom scrolling? Yeah. Give her a sec.
Rebellious conflicts also happened, with one slave rebellion near the Telvanni Tower of Telbranora being stopped. Although the slaves may have escaped, Arian himself was scheming at the time to fill the vacancy created by Gothrin's death. And was backed by Baladas.
Why are you whispering?
Baladas.
What are we whispering for?
Demendali.
What are we whispering for? What are we whispering for?
Baladas Demnavani of Nisus, whom he had persuaded to join the and was backed by Baladas Demnavani of Nisus, whom he persuaded to join
Nisus. Sorry, I interrupted you. I apologize.
Planned to go introduce many reforms to Telvanni ethics and practices. Although he would not stand against the Nerevar in the letter that would not stand against the Nerevar if the
Sleepy.
letter Although he would not stand against the Nerevar if the latter were interested in the job.
In your job.
Although he would not stand against the Nerevar if the latter were interested in the job. However, the Nerevarine left Morrind not long afterwards, and Baladas himself may have gotten killed by the hero. The subsequent document, existence of a Telvanni ship named the Pride of Telvos, indicates that Telvos, Arian's tower and town, originally a comparatively small and unimportant settlement, had risen to become a place. The subsequent document, existence of a Telvanni ship named the Pride of Telvos, indicates that Telvos, Arian's tower and town, originally comparatively small and unimportant settlement, had risen to become a place to be proud of, and therefore that Arian must have been held in considerable respect by the Telvanni, as Telvos was nothing without him. During the Oblivion Crisis later in 3E433, the Telvanni did their best to close the Oblivion gates.
Did I paint my hairline in?
But it was to no avail, and the dangerous.
Because I know I've got a lace wig, but it was already quite heavy. I wonder if I painted it in my hairline.
The Dunmer would instead be saved by a recently revived army of Great House Redoran. During the same year, a Telvanni Archmage,
based on the way I'm talking, it sounds like I've never touched an Elder Scrolls game in my life. It sounds like I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just bad with fantasy names and saying them out loud. You know?
Army in an attempt to topple imperial rule. He led an expedition to the Suncliff Watch in the He led an expedition to Sundercliff Watch in the Valus. Okay. He led an expedition to the Sundercliff Watch in the Valus Mountains of Cyrodiil to search for Merin's razor, but he was slain by the champion of Cyrodiil before he could retrieve the artifact.
By Azure, it's the Grand Champion! Oh, we're on to the last clip now. I wonder why I keep getting up. Is it for, like, pee break?
Tel Mithrin on Solstheim in 4E201. Crunch all my leaves up. I'm so upset about that. The Telvanni suffered greatly during the Red War. The Telvanni suffered greatly during the Red Year in early. I just can't see. The Telvanni suffered greatly during the Red Year in the early 4th era. All of the settlements on Vardenfell were obliterated, but the Telvanni survived and attempted to rebuild. Morrowind was then invaded by the Argonians of Black Marsh. And in an act of revenge for centuries,
they were then exploded.
The Argonians focused
The
on
Dummer
wiping
thought it couldn't
out
get any
the
worse.
houses of Telvanni.
They were then exploded.
Morrowind was then invaded by the Argonians of Black Marsh, and in an act of revenge for centuries of slavery, the Argonians focused on wiping out the weakened House Telvanni.
Too right.
Overreaction, if you ask me.
Ooh. It's just a character.
Circa 4E6, the last remaining stronghold of the house was sacked by the Argonian invasion force, and the Great House Telvanni fell.
They got bumper-clarted!
Some survivors attempted to flee aboard the Pride of Telvos, a ship which was later found wrecked along the great coast of Skyrim. Oh.
Where is that wreckage again?
It is documented that some survivors attempted to flee aboard the Pride of Telvos, a ship which was later found wrecked along the coast of Skyrim. East of Winterhold. Oh, hang on.
Oh, it's like right next to Winterhold.
It is documented that some survivors attempted to flee aboard the Pride of Telvos, a ship which was later found wrecked along the coast of Skyrim, east of Winterhold. By this account, a single heir of the house survived. Brandil Telvanni, son of Lindreman Telvanni, who was found as an infant by Argonians. He grew up in Black Marsh under the name Branshai. Wait, what the fuck? Is that the heir of House Telvanni?
I forgot about that in that moment.
That guy?
Oh my god. Branche is the fucking Telvanni heir. That's so funny. I forgot about that again.
I've just heir of the house survived.
I've just remembered that.
Brendale Telvanni, son of Lydreman. Limedren.
I forgot about that part. Fuck.
By that count, a single heir of the house survived. That's what people know of. Brendale Telvanni,
Faction House Telvanni.
son of
The wiki doesn't lie.
Lindren Telvanni, who was
These are
found
facts.
as an infant by Argonians. He grew up in Black Marsh under the name Branshi.
Oh, he believes. Right, so a maid of the house who escaped during the Argonian invasion. His mother died sometime thereafter, but his father remained to write a journal about the event. At the time, Branche had not been named by his parents as his father. That is a difficult name to pronounce. Limdren Telvanni did not feel right about doing so without his wife's consent.
The holdings of House Telvanni are all on Vardenfell, although it is unknown what or where they are. Despite these setbacks, House Telvanni remains a ruling great house. In 4E16, the High King of Skyrim ceded control of Solstheim to Morrowind. Ostensibly a sign of compassion for the suffering Dunmer people, the act served as a pragmatic political
I don't know why I forgot that
purpose.
Branche was a
Skyrim
Telvanni.
could not deny Dunmer refugees access to Solstheim
It
without
doesn't sit in my
sparking
head for very
an
long.
unwanted conflict with Morrowind, which had long maintained a theoretical claim to the island. Nor could it stand by and allow the Dunmer to settle its territory without losing face. Though the island pressed to the control of House Redoran, it was ruled from Raven Rock by Councillor Bara Morve and later her son Leril. Neloth had
Oh.
Though the island passed to the control of House Redoran and was ruled from Raven Rock by Councillor Though the island
My
passed
brother
to
is
the control
back.
of House Redoran and was ruled by from Raven Rock. Just slow down, okay.
Slow down,
Though
girl.
the island passed to the control of House Redoran and was ruled from Raven Rock by Councillor Brara Morve and later her son Leril, Neloth had also travelled there to research the ash deposits from Red Mountain, bringing much of Morrowind's exotic flora and fungi to the new partially ashed down.
Exotic butters.
During this time there, he has been studying heartstones, fallout originating from the center
Drunk
of
at the wheel.
and has learned how to use the magic to weave living things from the ash. By 4E201, Neloth had finished growing a settlement of Tel Mithrin on Solstheim.
Well, how did you mispronounce
By 4E201,
fucking Solstheim, girl?
Neloth had
Come
finished
on!
growing a settlement of Tel Mithrin on Solstheim. Though the people of Solstheim view him as possibly mad, he was still well respected by the other Telvanni wizards. He often took apprentices, though he used them in painful experiments more often than he actually taught them. Neloth planned on returning to Vardenfell after finishing researching on the ash spawn, which started to appear on the island after the Red Year. Tel Mithrin remained cordial with the Redoran rulers of Solstheim, with the logical Redoran city of Raven Rock and Tel Mithrin content to ignore each other.
Back to the outro.
That's about everything I can imagine you need to know about.
Look at her, she's so fucking glad. She's like, fuck.
If you have any questions,
Thank God that's
or
over.
requests on lessons that you may need to know, apprentice, pop
So I
them
guess
down
audience,
in,
yeah. Audience is
the suggestion
apprentice.
box down there somewhere. Anyway, here, have these filed away.
Okay. She's just happy to be done. Happy to be done with it. Look at her. She's like... She's finished. And so are we. God damn, that was a tough watch. Shout out to anyone who got this far. I mean, the middle bit, I was like, oh man. Yeah. I'm glad I didn't end up putting that together as a proper video, because I think I was so wrapped up with the whole eye issue that I wasn't reading correctly, and then the acting and the character just sort of fell off of her. You could see the role play at the start, she was kind of in character, and then towards the middle, it was like, towards the middle and end, I was just hanging on for dear life. So yeah, I think this is a fun little lesson in, you know, keep a hold of the spirit of your first idea, but sometimes it's worth it to rework it and put a little bit more time into it.